Hi friends, welcome to my channel Only Bio. Today on demand a few of them, I'm going to discuss the internal structure of human heart. Now before we begin with this, there's one kind request to you all. If you want a particular topic to be done by me on this particular channel, kindly comment in the comment box. And yes, please do not forget to hit the bell icon as well as for subscription of this channel so that you get to know about the upcoming videos as well. Thank you. Now coming to the internal structure of human heart. The human heart is described as a perfectly four-chambered heart and is myogenic in nature. Now what is meant by myogenic? Myogenic is nothing but the functioning of the heart, that is the heartbeats or contraction and relaxation of the heart is controlled by certain muscles that are present within the wall of the heart itself. In few insects we find that their heart is controlled, the functioning of their hearts is controlled by the nervous system. In that case, such a heart is described as neurogenic heart. But human heart is definitely a myogenic heart. Now where is the heart located? The heart is located in between the lungs, above the diaphragm, in a small space called as the mediastinum. It is covered by pericardium and it is lodged in between the lungs in the space called as mediastinum. The upper broader portion of the heart is called as the base and the narrower area of the heart is called as the apex of the heart. Now we find that the apex of the heart is slightly tilted towards the left side. Now when I said that the heart is perfectly four-chambered, the upper two chambers are called as the auricles or the atria. These are the receiving chambers, yani they receive the blood. Whereas the lower two chambers are called as the ventricles, also called as the pumping chambers or the distribution chambers of the heart. Now let us begin with the left side. Now remember that the left side of the heart deals with pure blood. That's the reason here I have indicated it with red color, and the right side deals with impure blood. अब सबसे पहला बहुत जनों को कंफ्यूजन होता है कि ये लेफ्ट साइड है या ये राइट साइड है. सो प्लीज याद रखिएगा, अगर आपके सामने कोई ऐसे खड़ा है तो उनका जो लेफ्ट साइड आता है वो आपकी राइट की तरफ आता है. So what I mean to say is that this is the left side of the heart and this is the right side of the heart. Now coming to the first point, this is the left auricle, also called as the left atrium. This is the left ventricle. This we can say is the right auricle or right atrium, and this we would say is the right ventricle. Now many a times the auricles are described as atria या auricular appendages as well. Now remember that the left auricle and the left ventricle collectively can be called as the left heart. Similarly, the right auricle and the right ventricle collectively can be called as the right heart. Now the left and the right side of the heart is altogether separated from each other. हार्ट में यहाँ पर सेंटर में, मोर और लेस सेंटर में एक पार्टीशन होता है, एक सेप्टम होता है जो लेफ्ट और राइट साइड जो है हार्ट का उसको हमेशा अलग अलग रखता है. सो दिस पार्ट ऑफ द सेप्टम which separates the left auricle from the right auricle is called as the interauricular septum. Whereas this portion which separates the two ventricles from each other is termed as the interventricular septum. The interventricular septum is slightly thicker as compared to the interauricular septum. Now let's begin with the left auricle. The left auricle, the wall of the left auricle, if compared with the wall of the right auricle, we find that it is slightly thicker. It is slightly thicker. Now, the left auricle is going to receive the pure blood. As I said, the left side of the heart and the right side of the heart are completely separated from each other. Now, keep this in mind that the left side of the heart deals with pure blood. Pure यानी oxygenated. And the right part of the heart, that is the right heart, deals with the deoxygenated, that is impure blood. So what is meant by pure blood? Pure blood यानी और कुछ नहीं, जिस blood में ऑक्सीजन मिला हुआ है उस blood को कहा जाता है pure blood. अब ये ऑक्सीजन कहाँ मिलाया जाएगा? तो but obvious it will be mixed up in the blood during the process of breathing and that occurs in the lungs. यानी प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ ब्लड जो है, ऑक्सीजनेशन ऑफ ब्लड जो है, वो कहाँ होता है? तो वो होता है लंग्स में. Now, the lungs will give out the pure blood to the heart via the pulmonary veins. So these are the pulmonary veins which open into the left auricle. Now please remember there are 4 pulmonary veins. You can see 2 of them here and 2 of them here. अब जब आप डायग्राम देखते हो 2 यहाँ नजर आते हैं, तो प्लीज रिमेम्बर ये 2 पल्मोनरी वेन्स यहाँ पर राइट ऑरिकल में ओपन नहीं होते. चारों के चारों पल्मोनरी वेन्स ओपन होते हैं लेफ्ट ऑरिकल में ही. और ये जताने के लिए यहाँ पर ये 4 सर्कल्स हम ड्रॉ करते हैं टू इंडिकेट दैट these are the openings of the 4 pulmonary veins which bring pure, that is oxygenated blood from the lungs. So there are 2 pulmonary veins from the left lung and 2 pulmonary veins from the right lung. That's the reason 2 यहाँ और 2 यहाँ draw किए जाते हैं. But चारों के चारों open होते हैं वो left auricle में. Now left auricle will be filled with pure, that is oxygenated blood. The auricles communicate with the ventricles by means of openings, and these openings on either sides are called as auriculoventricular apertures. I repeat, auriculoventricular aperture. Aperture यानी opening. Now this is the left auriculoventricular aperture through which the pure blood from the left auricle will flow into the left ventricle. जैसे मैंने कहा कि पल्मोनरी वेन से ब्लड यहाँ पर भर जाएगा यानी कि लेफ्ट ऑरिकल में, और फिर प्योर ब्लड लेफ्ट ऑरिकल से आ पहुंचेगा लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल में. अब कभी ऐसा नहीं होता कि लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल पूरा भर जाने के बाद ये ब्लड उल्टा नहीं जाता. What I mean to say is that there is no backflow of the blood, reflux of the blood. The reason behind this is the flaps or the valve here. Now this valve here is called as the bicuspid valve or also called as the mitral valve. Now let us understand this. When I said bicuspid, bi यानी 2, cusp यानी flaps. So there are 2 flap-like structures collectively working as a valve. So it is called as a bicuspid valve. And this is also called as a mitral valve because this valve, उसका जो structure है, it resembles more or less like that of the cap of a bishop. So bishop जो cap पहनते हैं उस cap को कहा जाता है mitral cap, और ये उस structure जैसे दिखाई देता है, and that's the reason why it is called as a mitral valve. Now this valve is going to perform a very important function. That is, जैसे ही blood left auricle से left ventricle में आ पहुंचेगा, this valve will close. So once this valve closes, the backflow of the blood from the left ventricle into the left auricle is altogether stopped, or it's prevented, I may say. Now there is another thing to be known here, that is valve कहीं पर भी हो, उसका function होता है to prevent the backflow. Now coming to the next part, that is the left ventricle. अब याद रखिएगा आप लोग कि दोनों ventricles के अंदर muscles होते हैं, and these muscles are called as the papillary muscles. repeat, these are called as the papillary muscles. दोनों ventricles के अंदर papillary muscles होते हैं. Ideally auricles के अंदर भी muscles होते हैं जिन्हें कहा जाता है musculi pectinati, but उसका reference books में ज्यादातर नहीं आता. We often hear about the muscles that are present in the ventricles, and the muscles in the ventricles are called as papillary muscles. Now, coming to another thing, we also find some cartilaginous structures, string-like things, which connect one end of the flap to the papillary muscle. In other words, these cartilaginous structures are nothing but the chordae tendineae. Chordae tendineae. These are cartilaginous strings which connect the papillary muscles with the flap and ensure their proper functioning. यानी क्या, ये जो फ्लैप्स है ये या तो ओपन होंगे या तो क्लोज होंगे, and this opening and closing of the valve is altogether controlled by means of the chordae tendineae. So here we can find the bicuspid valve is connected to two groups या bundles of chordae tendineae, which in turn on the other side are attached with the papillary muscle. Now once the left ventricle is going to be filled up with pure blood that comes from the left auricle, and as I said, जैसे ही blood left auricle से left ventricle में आ पहुंचेगा, the bicuspid valve would close. Now when the heart enters the systolic stage, now when I say systole, that means it's a contraction stage. So जब भी दोनों ventricles में simultaneous contraction होता है, तब the pressure inside the left ventricle will go on increasing. Friends, here it is interesting to know this is the reason why the wall of the left ventricle is slightly thicker as compared to the wall of the right ventricle. If you observe the difference in the diagram, you would get to know. Here the wall of the left ventricle appears thicker and here it is slightly thinner. Rather, this is 2 to 3 times thicker as compared to the wall of the right ventricle, because left ventricle में बहुत ज़्यादा pressure generate होगा, and also left ventricle has to pump the blood to the entire body, whereas right ventricle pumps the blood only towards the lungs. इसीलिए the wall of the left ventricle appears to be slightly thicker as compared to the wall of the right ventricle. Now coming back to it, जब लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल के अंदर प्रेशर बढ़ते जाएगा, at that time ये वॉल्व बंद होने की वजह से blood now will start entering up this blood vessel, which you can see is emerging out of the left ventricle. Now ये जो blood vessel है, मतलब ये जो blood है, ये ऐसे जाएगा इस blood vessel के अंदर under force या pressure. This is the largest blood vessel in the body, and that's called as the aorta. It's the largest of all the blood vessels in the body, which brings out pure blood out of the heart. As soon as it comes out of the heart, it divides and redivides to form arteries, arterioles, and finally reaches the tissues via capillaries. So this is what is the aorta, which emerges out of the left ventricle. Now जैसे यहाँ पर एक bicuspid valve था जो backflow को prevent कर रहा था, ठीक उसी तरह से aorta से blood वापस left ventricle में ना आए, इसीलिए यहाँ पर भी एक valve होता है, that is at the base of the aorta, and this valve is called as the aortic valve. Now please remember, structure wise, aortic valve is described as semilunar valve. I write it here. It is described as semilunar valve. Now this is what is meant by semilunar. Semi यानी half, lunar यानी moon shaped. You can see it is half moon shaped valve. तीन होते हैं and collectively it becomes or it functions together and is called as the aortic valve. So structure wise वो semilunar valve है, पर just because it is at the base of the aorta, it is called as the aortic valve. Now what will the aortic valve do? the aortic valve will prevent the backflow of the blood from the aorta into the left ventricle. Now we come to the right auricle. The right auricle receives the impure, that is deoxygenated blood from all the parts of the body. अब यहाँ पर blood कैसे आता है? So it gets the blood from this blood vessel that is called as the superior vena cava, which is also called as the precaval. Superior vena cava, which is also called as the precaval. This is the blood vessel which will collect the impure blood from all the parts of the body which are above the heart. So impure blood from all the parts of the body superior to the heart will be collected here. This is the opening of the superior vena cava. Similarly, we also find that the impure blood from the lower parts of the body, matlab lower to the heart, will be brought into this right auricle via the inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava is also called as the postcaval vein. So precaval, postcaval. Now along with this you can see there is a small aperture I have drawn here, and that is nothing but it is the coronary sinus. Now let us understand a bit more about this coronary sinus. Coronary sinus is the opening of the coronary veins. What are coronary veins? Coronary veins are those which pick up the impure blood from the wall, from the muscles of the heart itself. No doubt कि heart is a pumping organ, but इतना सारा blood pump कराने के लिए heart also requires a constant supply of oxygen, of nutrients. So heart को भी blood की ज़रूरत है, muscles के, heart के muscles को. So ये जो blood है, ये blood कौन पहुंचाता है? So that blood is supplied to the muscles of the heart via the coronary arteries. जैसे coronary arteries supply pure blood to the muscles of the heart, वैसे coronary veins conduct or pick up the impure blood from the muscles of the heart and collectively pour it into this right auricle via the coronary sinus. Now coming to another point, ये जो right auricle है, यहाँ पर जो सेप्टम है, अभी ये सेप्टम यहाँ दिखाई नहीं देता क्योंकि इट इज गोइंग टू बी कवर्ड बाय मींस ऑफ दीज ब्लड वेसल्स, बट आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता रही हूँ, इंटर ऑरिकुलर सेप्टम जो है, यानी दो ऑरिकल्स को सेपरेट करने वाला जो सेप्टम यहाँ पर है, उसके राइट साइड में यानी राइट ऑरिकल की तरफ वी फाइंड देयर इज एन ओवल डिप्रेशन. एक खांचे जैसा एक ओवल स्ट्रक्चर हमें दिखाई देता है. And that oval structure, I would write it here. We ideally can't pinpoint it just because it's covered by this, but that oval structure is called as the fossa ovalis. The fossa ovalis is nothing but it's the remnant. अब remnant का मतलब क्या है? The leftover part. It is the remnant of foramen of ovale, which is an opening seen in the fetal heart. Okay, मतलब fetal heart जब develop होता है तब दो ऑरिकल्स के बीच में ये aperture होता है called as foramen of ovale. But later on it is sealed, क्योंकि अगर ये seal नहीं होगा तो pure and impure blood will mix up with each other. So this is sealed, पर वो एक वहाँ पर scar रह जाता है, एक निशानी रह जाती है, एक oval color, I mean oval shape की, and that is called as fossa ovalis. Now, the right auricle will be filled with impure blood from all the parts of the body, including the muscles of the heart, and this blood from the right auricle would enter the right ventricle. अब राइट ऑरिकल से ब्लड राइट वेंट्रिकल में आ जाने के बाद कभी ऐसे नहीं होता कि ये ब्लड वापस राइट ऑरिकल में जाए. जस्ट बिकॉज जैसे यहाँ कहा था वैसे यहाँ पर भी there is a valve which prevents the backflow of the blood, and this valve is called as the tricuspid valve. Now here it is called as tricuspid. Tri यानी तीन, cusp यानी flap. यहाँ पर तीन flap जैसे structures होते हैं जबकि यहाँ पर बाइकस्पिड था क्योंकि यहाँ दो फ्लैप्स थे. So tricuspid valve here will prevent the backflow of the blood from the right ventricle into the right auricle. अब ये राइट ऑरिकल से पूरा ब्लड जब राइट वेंट्रिकल में आके भर जाता है तो ये वॉल्व तुरंत बंद हो जाता है. Now once the ventricles undergo systole, जैसे मैंने यहाँ कहा systole is contraction और वो simultaneously दोनों ventricles में होता है. सो जब इवन इस वेंट्रिकल के साथ जब राइट वेंट्रिकल भी सिस्टोलिक स्टेज में जा पहुंचता है, at that time the impure blood collected here has only one scope, that is to enter into this particular blood vessel. Before we talk about it, even understand some structures here like this, that is the papillary muscles. यहाँ पर भी papillary muscles है और यहाँ पर भी chordae tendineae है. और अगर आप देखते हो तो यहाँ पर मैंने 3 ग्रुप्स बनाए chordae tendineae के, just because here the valve is tricuspid and here it was bicuspid, so यहाँ पर 2 ही ग्रुप्स थे. ओके, सो ये chordae tendineae इस पर्टिकुलर वॉल्व का कामकाज या फंक्शनिंग को कंट्रोल करेंगे. अब ये जो ब्लड आप पहुंचेगा जब सिस्टोलिक स्टेज में हार्ट पहुंचेगा, वेंट्रिकल्स पहुंचेंगे, एट दैट टाइम दिस ब्लड वुड एंटर अप दिस ब्लड वेसल. Now what is this blood vessel? So this blood vessel is the pulmonary artery. I would erase this out. It is pulmonary artery. Now pulmonary artery is a bifurcated structure. What do I mean by bifurcated? Branched. So जो भी impure blood इस particular pulmonary artery में जा पहुंचता है, it is evenly distributed. Small portion of the blood will enter into the left lung and the remaining would enter into the right lung for the purpose of oxygenation, that is purification. Now once again, ये जो blood यहाँ पर pulmonary artery में जाएगा, ये वापस कभी right ventricle में नहीं आ पाता. Again, the reason behind it is the valve here. Now if you observe this structure and compare it with this, you will understand both of these structure wise are semilunar. So अगर मैं कहती हूँ semilunar, तो we never get to know कि semilunar valve exactly मैं कौन से semilunar valve के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ. इसीलिए the semilunar valve at the base of the aorta was called as aortic valve. So the semilunar valve at the base of the pulmonary artery is called as the pulmonary valve. So here it is the pulmonary valve, which will prevent the backflow of the impure blood from the pulmonary artery into the right ventricle. Now this last thing which I would like to tell you all, that if you observe the right and the left ventricle, there is not only a difference with respect to the thickness of the wall, but you can see the apex of the heart is mainly made by the left ventricle. In other words, the left ventricle reaches and forms the apex of the heart, and the right ventricle is far earlier. I mean, rather you can say that it has a small volume as compared to the left ventricle. So this is all about the internal structure of human heart. Hope you like it, and please do comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.